Alright, welcome back. So, as I mentioned in the last update, we are not going to be doing the story mission just yet. We'll do that in the next update. For now, we're going to do the skirmish map that I unlocked the last time. Also, we're going to be doing the reports that I neglected to do in the last couple of updates, just to sort of catch ourselves up. So, going to be a little bit of going back to previous events, but also getting a little bit filled in of what happened before we got to dueling with Maximilian in the desert. Also, it's nice to have a little bit of levity during this whole war is hell scenario. So, of course, gotta have Rosie and Largo to give us an extra CP. Again, this is just a repeat of the Claude and Wildwood mission, but it's a lot shorter. And also, thankfully, we do not have to deal with General Jaeger and his massively awesome tank. And hey, our favorite Sky Pirate is actually going to be making an appearance in this particular map. Yeah, Vice is going to be the hero of this particular skirmish map, instead of Alicia for this time around. So, the mission plays pretty similarly to how we handled the Claude and Wildwood before. What we're going to need to do is go capture that one little outpost over there, and then make it all the way to the enemy base camp. However, just because Jaeger is not there this time around doesn't mean that this is going to be an easier outing for us. In fact, there's a bunch more shock troopers at the enemy base camp, which doesn't exactly fall into Alicia's strong suit. She can certainly handle herself around one or two, maybe, but there's like 4 of them over there. Even with a defense boost, I don't think she can, like, do quite as much damage as I was looking for. Also, I needed a reason to test out the new flamethrowers. So, hey, those are pretty cool. Or hot, I should say. Yeah, right here, I had to give her an attack boost just to be able to handle the elite unit coming up in the outpost right here.
Attack with everything you've got.
Because in the next map, the duel with Maximilian, she'll actually be getting a better ZM car if I can find the ace in the next map. Hopefully I'll be able to find him. I'm aiming to do that. Again, I'm gonna try my best to get all A ranks and all the aces in this playthrough. If I miss any, again, it's either because I didn't exactly see them, or I was trying to get an A rank, or some other reason. But again, gonna do my absolute best to get all A ranks and all aces.
My turn, okay? Please hit.
So I had to waste a turn here to use a grenade, and I had to go around the corner to shoot this guy. Or he'll just pop right there. So that's pretty fortunate. But since he's out of the base, we can occupy the outpost right now. But we don't want to leave a shock trooper behind who might start shooting Alicia while she's defenseless at the moment. Because shock troopers shoot a lot. And as strong as Alicia is, 20 bullets does a pretty big amount of damage to her. Again, scouts aren't really your guys for taking hits. So yeah, just because General Jaeger's tank isn't there doesn't mean they don't have a tank. They just have a slightly crappier tank. Not the badass Lupus tank that Jaeger was rocking. The skirmish map isn't really that hard, but I did train my units a little bit just to be a little more comfortable with handling this particular map. But as I mentioned, this is going to be Vice's show pretty soon. At least for this particular skirmish. But first, those boxes are still there, and while Vice is really good as a battle unit, he does not have nearly as much AP to work with. And also, Alicia goes pretty fast, and she also happens to have a grenade to work with. And get her out of the way as quickly as possible. See, already Alicia's soaking up a few hits.
Enemy sighted.
Need to get her behind cover. And that's all for Alicia right now. Now it's time for Vice to start kicking some ass. But we're gonna give him a defense boost just to be sure.
This is an order. Brace up and get
Alicia's gonna shine again in another little excursion later on in the episode. But for right now, it's time for Vice to kick some ass.
Ready and waiting for your command.
I'll take care of it.
It's hard to believe that's Roger Craig Smith. I'm so used to hearing either Chris Redfield or freaking Sonic the Hedgehog or Ezio.
I'll take care of it. Whee! Our hero's in trouble now.
Here we go. Vice has his potential challenge lever. Basically, Vice really gets excited whenever the odds are against him. And by doing that, by having challenge lever activate, his attack power goes up a little bit. So he's pretty good. He's really hyped about being in danger.
I'll take care
And
of
also I make a mistake right here, because I assume it's still on flamethrower.
now.
But it's not. It's on the machine gun. So this guy gets his ass kicked. Unfortunately, I had to waste another turn using the flamethrower. Still, I got plenty of CP to waste. So, not a big deal. Now I use the flamethrower again. And that gets rid of 2 of these guys. But I don't feel like wasting another turn dealing with them, so yeah, friendly fire. It's a bitch, ain't it? Stupid frickin' Imperials. Yeah, Maximilian, this is why I kicked your ass here. Twice now. Ah, stupid Imperials.
Operation complete. We
Shooting
took
their
the
own
base.
teammates. So yay, A rank. Quite a few ducats and some pretty good experience. Speaking of experience, I believe it's time to go to the training field, and it's time for us to get another elite unit.
Train all you want.
We're gonna go ahead and upgrade our scouts and get our lancers up to elite. Because our lancers are gonna play a pretty decent part in the next battle.
You're better than this. Push those limits. Good work, maggots. You're one level closer to human. Looks like that sector made a new potential out of the Lancers.
So Lancers get a new potential. Apparently they don't get their new weapon just yet, but maybe a little later. Although, to be honest, from what I've heard, the Lancer's next weapon isn't really that great, and it's only useful for like one mission, I think. Basically, it's a mortar launcher. It more or less, it's kind of like a heavier duty version of the Scout's grenade launcher.
Report. Largo's passion.
Lancer's gonna play a key part in Largo's Passion. That's the only other battle map for this particular episode.
Report.
So now it's time to go ahead and see what Miss Ellet's up to in the past. This was after we had the urban warfare in the Vassal area.
Squad 7 of Regiment 3. My first impression, good.
Yay! Miss Ellet likes us.
Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, squad leader. Next in command, Sergeant Alicia Melchiot. That lieutenant looks softer than I'd expect for the son of the
Well, he was trying to be a teacher.
And her hometown is Brule, same as Gunther. Could be childhood
No, that's too easy.
But if I'm lucky, they were childhood sweethearts.
Not even close. They barely knew each other. In fact, Alicia had a gun in Welkin's face in the first episode. Nice headshot for Largo, by the way.
And Corporal Bridget Stark. Oh, wait, that's right. Stark had a nickname. Gotta jot that down.
Big, huge racist.
By Rosie.
Oh, right.
Looks like those two don't trust Gunther much yet.
And Rosie's a huge racist.
Could be really good. Who does that leave? Right, the tank pilot, Corporal Isara Gunther. Huh,
Isara looks really depressed in this picture.
Now that's strange. She looks dark-skinned to me. Wonder how that comes into the picture. You couldn't ask for a more colorful crew than that, could you?
I suppose.
Something tells me these guys are different than the usual troops.
It's like Ellet's writing in her diary.
My keen journalistic instincts. Well then.
She's gotta do the badass pencil catch. Yeah!
The truth's not gonna uncover itself. Here I come, ready or not.
That's like the beginning of a character action game. Sort of. So yeah, we get to get a little bit more, we get some interviews with all of our main characters.
And Corporal Stark with him.
So let's see what's up with Largo and Rosie.
Guys, mind if I ask a few questions? It'll only take a second.
What? Like an interview? What do you want to go interviewing us for?
Aw, come on, big guy. I bet we'd make better topics than some rich kids.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
Guess what happens in the
Let's start with
future,
you,
Rosie?
Largo.
I capture that bridge in one day.
Right?
Yeah, I've been a soldier ever since, too. I'm what you'd call a seasoned warrior, see?
And why did you choose to stay in the force? Most people try to avoid the soldiering life.
It's an honest living, plus I got my reasons. Besides, I ain't the only one. Look at Elle.
Elle? Who's Elle?
If I had to guess, I'd say Eleanor Virat. Captain Virat.
Ooh, Largo's going with a nickname for
It
Captain
seems you've got
Virat.
quite a history with her. Care to fill in some details for us?
There ain't no details.
Aw, Largo's got a
This is the stuff
crush.
you wanna write about.
Shooting pretty high, aren't you,
I'm a
Largo?
busy guy. I'm out of here.
Going right for the captain.
Hey, Largo, wait up!
Oh, just let him go. We can have a little chat, just the two of us.
So, Rosie, how long have you been a racist?
So, Rosie. Can I call you Rosie? Beautiful name, by the way. Do you like flowers?
I used to sing at a bar. It was hardly a flower patch, but my nickname there stuck.
How'd you get the nickname?
Tell you what, though. Some customers came from miles away just to hear me sing.
My. So why is a pretty young songbird with a voice as sweet as a rose so thorny towards Lieutenant Gunther and
Nice
others
pun
else?
there, Ellet. Please don't write that in.
Trusting my back to a stinking dark hair as
Alright, so racist tirade. That's good
Past
news.
Experience with a dark sin leave you bitter, maybe?
Man?
Think what you want. I got better things to do than sit around gabbing about him as all.
Do you? Do you really?
You can put me down as allergic, yeah? Just chatting and I'm starting to feel sick.
You know I can't use any of this except to write a smear campaign, right?
Bet she'd spill the beans if you got her riled up enough.
Extra, read all about it. Corporal Stark is a huge
Still,
racist.
A veteran carrying a torch for his captain and a Darkson-hating chanteuse? They may be cranky, but they're characters.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it there, Ellet. Rosie's a character. Let's see how Isara handles this.
Boo!
Oh, hello, Miss Ellen.
Doesn't even give a fuck.
A little freaked out now. You didn't even bat an eye at that.
She operates a tank every day. I think she's used to sudden noises.
I'd like to fly.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'd like to fly my brother.
So Welkin's a plane now?
Fly,
Alright.
brother? Care to expound on that?
Well, I mean, Welkin keeps going on about
You don't
nature
see
and
the
shit,
type
so
of
maybe
element
he's a
of
bird in
love.
disguise or
Very
something. I
romantic.
don't know. Maybe he has
I
wings.
believe myself to be quite
You don't know.
logical, really. Too myself to be quite
You don't know.
logical, really. Too logical, perhaps.
Okay, so if you don't mind my asking, how exactly are you and your brother related? Wait, let's leave that for now. How would you describe your brother as a person?
Welks is, objectively speaking, he can seem a little strange.
Oh, that's low. Even Isara thinks Welkin's a huge nerd.
Although I'm a little unsure of what that means, coming from you.
It means he's a huge nerd, Ellet.
He's
That's
a
what that
very kind
means.
person, and loyal.
Aw, that's sweet.
Anytime my heritage brought me trouble, he was the first to come to my defense.
Because Welkin's a cool guy. He's a huge nerd, but he's a cool
Sounds like you
guy.
really love him, huh?
He's one of the good ones.
I would say I respect him a great
Aw,
deal.
she's got the blushy blushes.
Gotcha. Sounds like you lucked out in the sibling department then.
Yes, very much so. That's why I'd like to give him the opportunity to fly.
You want to elaborate on that some more?
Still not sure I follow that exactly, but we'll leave that for another day.
Yeah, don't touch on
Thanks
that,
for your
Ellet.
time.
I'm actually
That's
curious about
one
that.
Gunther himself.
Either Isara wants to let Welkin, like, fly a plane she builds, or she thinks Welkin is, like, a bird. I really hope it's the latter.
Hello, hello! Are you ready for your big interview?
Hello, Miss Elliot. Hard at work again, I see.
She's a reporter. Part of the job.
Didn't you already interview him before?
Oh, Alicia.
Alicia's
I wanted
doing
to
the
get in a
puppy
chat
cheeks
with you
again.
Today too.
Wait, really? You're going to write an article about me?
Now she's interested.
I can't say whether it'll make the paper, but I do have some questions for you. You've been at Lieutenant Gunther's side since you left Brule. Tell me what he's like.
Wait a minute. You want to interview me about
That
him?
is kind of low. Interview her! How'd you go from a baker to a soldier?
Days ago, but he's a pretty interesting person.
From buns
You
to
never know what
bullets.
he's going to say next.
An Alicia Melchiot story.
I see.
See, that's
So,
catchy.
he's your boss,
Or
right?
from bread to
What do you
bullets.
think of him as a guy?
One of those two.
What? I've never really thought about it. I don't know.
Aw, Alicia has blushy blushes.
Is that
Someone's
so?
got a crush on
Well,
Welkin.
Lieutenant Gunther, care to comment in her place?
They're totally gonna hook up, aren't they?
Lieutenant, where'd he go?
Huh? Oh, sorry. There was just this crazy-looking bug. I got distracted.
Quite the catch you got there, Alicia.
See what I mean? He's an interesting guy, if unpredictable.
He likes
Not
bugs
kidding.
more than me.
Now,
What can I
Lieutenant
say?
Gunther, I have a couple of questions for you. First up,
What's with the
how do you
Phoenix
feel
Wright
as
point?
the son of a hero from the First European War?
Same as anybody else, I guess. I want it to be over.
Good answer.
People looking at me as the son of a hero? Well, maybe I am, but I'm still just me.
Also a good answer. Welkin's a very down-to-earth guy.
Let's talk about
Doesn't get very cocky
what are
about
you
stuff.
fighting for?
He's just very straightforward to the
I
point.
feel like the present world is made up of things we've inherited from the past. We get life and a home from our parents, knowledge from our teachers. And not just the good stuff. Take prejudice against Darksons. That's learned behavior.
Uh,
Every creature out there is trying to pass things along to future generations. I want to pass on what I think is right. I'm fighting for the ability to do that.
Yeah, there you go, Welkin.
thank you very much. That's all I've got for you today.
Great, we're done? I want to get back to that fascinating insect.
Oh my god, Welkin. Such a nerd.
You really
Such
hit
a
the nail on
frickin'
the
bug-crazy
head. He's as
nerd.
entertaining as he is unpredictable.
And this is the guy you
I
have
was planning on
commanding
moving
Squad
along to the
7,
next squad
and
after
who's
interviewing
behind a
everyone in
fucking
Squad
tank.
7.
A guy who just goes chasing bugs.
Stick around and learn a bit more about you Sevens, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Just try to stay out of the combat zones for your own safety.
I do what I want.
I'm not making any promises.
Yeah.
I go where the scoop takes me. That's just how I roll.
Just don't get shot, Ellet. That would really suck for a scoop. So now it's time for Largo's Passion. What exactly is Largo's Passion? My bet is on Captain Virat.
God, starving. Why do they call us here at lunchtime?
They're playing the dramatic music, but it's only lunch.
The minute your stomach rumbles, Largo.
Sorry, guys. Have you been waiting long? I'll get right to the briefing. You may already be aware of the recent hike in food prices.
I do remember one worker at the mess hall mentioning that produce prices were rising.
Apparently the Empire has taken hold of the trade route farmers use to ship their stock.
What did you say?
Oh boy.
Vegetable crisis grips Gallia. Not a very exciting headline.
You mocking the power of
Oh
vegetables?
jeez.
What? I was just...
Interesting sore spot for Largo.
Vegetables are like bombs packed tight with all kinds of important nutrients.
That's a good slogan for vegetables.
Kids gotta eat them to grow up right. And the body's practically made of vegetables.
Which are like bombs?
In any
Vegetable
case,
bombs.
Squad 7's next
I'm
mission
gonna
is
throw an
clear that
onion
trade
at those
route
guys.
of
See how they like that. Suck it, Imperials.
Time to put the fear of veggies into these
Oh my
hips.
god.
The fear of veggies? Is he serious?
I guess he is. I mean, look at his face. Listen to the music. Of course Largo's serious. Oh my goodness. So, vegetable root incident. So apparently Largo's passion is that he's really passionate about vegetables. And he does not like it when Imperials are, like, getting all up in his vegetable business. We're gonna go kill people because of vegetables. God help those Imperials, I guess. So, what we need to go do in order to break through this blockade is destroy 2 tanks that are posted right at the enemy flag. Now, naturally, we need Largo here, who's a Lancer, to take them out. But it's a long way, and we can only bring in 3 units. And if any of our units die, then it's mission failure. And in order to get an A rank, we need to do this in at least 3 turns. So quite a few extra criteria that we have to keep in mind. Also, there's low visibility, so enemies will just pop up out of nowhere. Okay, fun fact, I had to redo this mission before, because I got all the way to the ending. There were a lot of really close calls, but I had Largo aimed at the enemy tanks, and he misses one. Even though the crosshairs are right on the weak spot, he misses it. So it goes to turn 4, and I get a B rank. This is me redoing this. Needless to say, I was a little pissed off at Largo.
Our veggies are here, ain't they? Let's bust some heads.
Shh, be quiet. You want them to hear us? This is a stealth operation with just
Remember
a
the
few
basics of
soldiers.
CQC, Largo.
One of the mission fails.
Yeah, I got it. Now let's go get violent for vegetables.
Largo's face scares me.
You want to work with me here, Largo?
I don't think he's listening right now. So, Alicia's gonna be doing a lot of the heavy lifting. She's basically gonna be our go-to for getting rid of any of the Imperials who are in Largo's way. She's basically blazing a trail for him.
You should be fine if you stay at...
Eventually, like I mentioned earlier, Alicia's gonna get a better ZM car if I can find the ace in the next map.
Head for the next one.
But that one's gonna be a bit more difficult, I have a feeling. Given that we're gonna be fighting Maximilian.
Tank sighted. Watch out for incoming fire.
So yeah, there's quite a few hidden Imperials around every corner. Fortunately, Alicia's pretty good.
My turn, okay?
And will straight up end an Imperial right behind his head.
Don't even think of dodging.
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
Also, problem is, Largo is a Lancer, so he does not have that much AP to work with. He can't exactly go very far.
Moving out. Please hit.
Fortunately, he does manage to, if you do save at least a few CP, he can make it to the target area within the 3-turn limit. So really, Welkin's here for no reason except for an extra CP. So just have Largo go straight up the middle. This is also kind of the reason why I had to level Largo up to Lancer Elite, so we had a little bit of extra CP to work with. Now here's where things get a bit dangerous. This turn made me so freaking nervous because a freaking shock trooper came out from behind me and tagged Alicia multiple times. Oh, this turn made me so freaking scared. It scared the hell out of me because I wasn't sure if the guy right here was gonna come up from behind and shoot Alicia in the back. No, this shock trooper wanted to get at her. Thank God Alicia ducked. Ooh. This turn was scary. This turn was pretty frickin' scary. Unfortunately, they're done now. Ooh. Okay, so gotta get Largo over to Alicia now. Gotta get him over there now. Right now. Fortunately, Ragnade is infinite, no matter which unit you use. So Largo's gonna get over there just to get closer to the target destination and close enough to Alicia where you can give her some Ragnade. Because if you lose, like the mission said, you lose one of your units, mission over, mission failed. Can't have that.
Thank you.
Target sighted.
So Alicia's gonna go ahead and take out the guy right behind that box, which I believe is another, it's another scout, but he's nothing. So, down he goes. Now it's time for Largo to go right up the middle and take out that enemy Gatling turret. We haven't dealt with these guys just yet. We haven't dealt with these guys before. But fortunately, Largo's gonna make very quick work of him. I almost feel kind of bad for this guy, because he does not see this shit coming. Yeah, there he goes. And he just gets vaporized.
Just keep up this pace.
Ooh. And we have Largo right there. Just have him crouch right there for some defense. Now, for this next turn, I got a little confused because usually there's 2 units up there. And I guess it's usually a Lancer and a Scout. And I guess the Scout who usually is up there was the one who went to, was the Scout I just took out. So just the Lancer's up there. But it made me a little nervous given my last turn. Given my last time I played the stage. So I did a quick little runaround. And since Lancers can't shoot you, like, at all while you're, moving around, this wasn't a big deal. So I just got behind him and shot him in the back of the head.
Don't even think of dodging.
It's kind of a dick move, but whatever. This is war, you can't be choosy.
We're being sniped at.
So, for a minute I thought he was up here, near where the tanks were. But he wasn't. So I guess that scout I killed was the scout I was thinking about. Alright, now it's time for Largo to finish things up.
Just watch this.
He's got just enough AP to get to where the tanks are.
Advance cautiously.
And as I mentioned, the last time I tried this, I had the crosshairs dead on to where the, like, tank weak spot was. But I still managed to miss. I don't know how.
Been waiting here.
They were red, which means you're basically guaranteed to hit, but whatever. Anyway, I hit him here. I had to make sure. So that's one tank, and these are both medium tanks. And Largo just handles them both pretty well.
Keep it up.
So gotta get Largo in position for the second medium tank.
Just watch this.
Lancers are pretty useful for dealing with tanks. But that's more or less the only purpose you have them there for.
You're done.
So there you go, mission complete. And we get an A rank while we're at it.
Operation complete. Both enemy tanks neutralized.
So yeah! We broke their blockade. Take that, Imperial scum.
That should end our vegetable shortage.
Yeah!
I ever tell you my old man's a farmer? Feels good to know I'm helping farmers.
Well, that explains Largo's passion now.
Growing up on the farm, I was always helping with the harvest, out there in the field.
Largo comes from
I'm
humble
serious when I
beginnings.
say veggies are king, too. The more you eat, the healthier you get.
I agree. A lot of nutrients vegetables offer can't be found anywhere else. Plus, I feel like vegetables are a way to take in the power of nature as a whole.
Leave it to a nerd to make vegetables sound awesome.
Yeah. Plants grow by absorbing energy from the sun, the soil, even tiny microbes. Eating vegetables is like getting all that natural energy right from the source.
Never heard veggies told quite like that
You just
before.
called vegetables like bombs packed with
You
nutrients.
got your head on right. You got my mark.
Yay! Well, at least Largo likes us now. So Largo's cool now. Rosie's still a huge racist.
Let me tell you a stupid dream I have.
But I like Largo now, despite the fact he screwed me out of an A rank the last time I played this.
An organic veggie farm. Funny, huh? Big macho man goes from flinging bullets to being king of the carrot patch.
Ah, that's cool.
I'm not laughing. If you're dedicated, I'm sure you'll grow some fine vegetables.
No dream is a stupid dream.
Once you're all set up and harvesting, you'll have to let me sample what you've grown.
Yeah.
Boss, you'd be welcome to eat all you wanted. But you'd have to help with the harvest.
Largo's a cool guy.
And out on the farm, I'm squad leader. Are you ready for the workout of your life?
Oh boy.
I'm feeling good today. Veggies for all.
Largo's a good guy. He's a pretty cool guy. And all it took to earn his respect was to help him, like, secure some vegetables. Meanwhile, it's time for another food-based cutscene.
And done. That takes care of the report. Who's there?
The pig can open doors now.
Did you come here all by yourself?
That is
Oh,
worrying.
You sure are smart.
Hans is evolving. He can open doors now.
Hey!
He's
stop
like a
talking,
raptor.
Hans. What's up? Is there something this way? Okay, I get it. Lead the way. And you can stop biting my boots.
What's he biting it with? He doesn't have a mouth. He just has that huge snout.
You went and got Welkin for me? Nice going, Hans.
You trained the pig? How'd you do that?
just got
Well, I mean, I guess it's a
faced by
magical
pig.
pig with wings, but
Any idea what he
still.
wants with me, Alicia?
Oh no, I was the one who wanted to see you. Are you hungry, Welkin?
Hans knows where Welkin's office is, knows how to open a door, and knows exactly how to get to the
Oh,
kitchen.
good. I whipped a little something up.
Go figure. Hyper-intelligent pig.
What?
With
Back in
wings.
the kitchen. Whoa.
Oh yeah, Alicia was a baker, wasn't she? And given the big old picture right here, I'm assuming we're gonna get some bread.
Wow. I've never seen so much bread in one place.
Is anybody else gonna eat, or is it just for Welkin?
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I made anything. I was worried I might be getting a bit rusty. But the oven was free, so I helped myself.
Those were military rations, Alicia. We're gonna starve now. Ooh, and coffee.
Okay. Here goes.
Oh my god. Welkin unhinged his jaw like a snake. Welkin's face.
You okay?
Delicious.
Really?
They really gotta sell, like, the expressions and shit.
It's really impressive.
Oh my goodness. Welkin, slow down. Chew your food.
Welkin, you look like a chipmunk.
That's probably a compliment for him.
You know how chipmunks and hamsters stuff their little cheeks full of food like that? I finally understand why.
Oh my god, he's like a child. Chew your fucking food, Welkin. Damn it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm so full. That was great, huh?
So that was just for Welkin and the pig, huh? I guess it's just for Welkin and Hans. Go figure.
I can't believe you put it all away. It was a little scary watching you two eat. Still, I'm glad you liked it. It feels good to see people enjoying my bread.
It felt good eating it. Thanks.
That wasn't eating. What you did in there was horrifying. Your jaw unhinged like a snake.
Have some... There's just a little crumb. There we go.
Ooh, getting a little close there, huh, Alicia?
Oh. So, you said you worked at a bakery before the war started?
What gave her away? Was it the frickin', like, baker's bandana on the top of her head?
Once things settle down, I plan on taking the national exams and opening up my own bakery.
Good for you, Alicia.
Wow.
It's nice to have something to look forward to after the war.
Bakery? That sounds pretty tough.
It's been my dream since I was a little girl. It's what I enjoy doing the most.
Gotta do what you love.
I love imagining entire families eating the bread I make together.
Aw, that's sweet.
A loving husband, maybe, and cute little kids waiting for their mom to get home. She comes in with a big basket of my bread, and the kids all cheer and embrace her.
Okay.
Hey, don't shit on her dream. It's
Oh,
pretty.
And what if my bread brings the husband and wife closer together? She could say, "Oh, honey, you have a crumb in your beard," and then she'd... Listen to me. That's just like what happened here a minute ago.
Uh-oh.
But
I think Alicia has a little crushy crush on Welkin. But he doesn't have a beard just yet.
I'm fine.
But given his dad's
Anyway,
portrait, he might grow
I'll
one.
keep baking it.
Oh, that'd look
Keep
awesome.
eating it.
It's a deal.
Yay!
And thanks again.
Alright, so in the next update, we'll fight Maximilian in the desert. Until then, thanks for watching.